Whatever happens with the Giannis situation and the New York Knicks, I know one thing for sure. Leon Rose cannot let this happen. I'll tell you what that is in a second. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, though, before we dive in. We are almost at our next milestone of 82,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there by the end of today. If you love the Knicks and you want free videos every single day, smash that sub button. This is New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and the New York Knicks cannot allow the Miami Heat to make a blockbuster trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. A lot of stuff has been coming out over the last couple of days about Giannis, and it seems like every single NBA insider, reporter, talking head, from Bill Simmons to Shams to everybody else, keeps on mentioning the Miami Heat as one of the top destinations. Sam Amick, who does a great job covering the NBA, says this about Miami, quote, "They have a lot of good things going for them. The culture is intact. We know the interest is there. I think Miami would be a great fit if the Knicks thing isn't there." And Sam is not the only NBA insider that has pointed to the Miami Heat being a top destination for Giannis. Bill Simmons essentially did a whole podcast on it, and now Jake Fisher is saying this. Miami, in addition to Dallas with Luka, those were two spots Giannis had his eyes on in 2020. Depending on their ability to trade Terry Rozier, Miami, they have various contracts with Wiggins, Hero, 2 first-round picks. Will that be enough to get into the Giannis sweepstakes? The New York Knicks cannot let this happen. The last thing they need is a superstar, Hall of Fame, top 20 player of all time that wants to be a Knick go and play for the Miami Heat. Think about it like this. It's been reported by Shams multiple times. The New York Knicks had an exclusive negotiating period to make a trade happen where Giannis would go from Milwaukee to New York. Now there are reports coming out from both sides that the Bucks believed the New York Knicks were never serious, and the Knicks believed the Bucks were never serious. Of course, though, the Bucks didn't open up the trade conversations to every team in the NBA because Giannis only requested a trade to one team, and they always wanted to keep him. So the whole exclusive trade window, I'm a little bit back and forth on how legit that was. But I do know this. The New York Knicks passing up on the opportunity to make a trade for Giannis, to let him go and play for the Miami Heat and be a star there and win them a championship, that would be like the most New York Knicks thing of all time. If you thought the Pat Riley thing was bad, like this would be a whole nother level. Remember, LeBron was supposed to come here in 2010 with D. Wade and Chris Bosh, and then he went to Miami and they owned the New York Knicks. I cannot relive that again. If the Knicks can trade for Giannis, one, they need to do it because it would make them a better basketball team, but you also don't want to play this guy in these. Think about how motivated Giannis would be to destroy the Knicks. I requested a trade to you. You did not go out and trade for me. He's a competitor and a sicko, and he's going to believe you don't think I'm good enough to push all the chips in for. So I'm going to go to your arch rival in the Miami Heat, and I'm going to beat you down for the next 5 years. Don't let it happen. It cannot happen. Shout out to my guy, Nick Roloff, who used to be the producer of this show, is now the host of the Miami Heat Report here at Chat Sports. He put out a couple of different Giannis Antetokounmpo trade ideas that I just wanted to talk through. He has the Miami Heat receiving Giannis and A.J. Green while giving up Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, Nikola Jovic, Simone Fontecchio, and 2 first-round picks. He also has another kind of variation of the deal that would send Giannis and Bobby Portis to Miami, and Milwaukee would receive Hero, Wiggins, Ware, and Fontecchio, and 2 first-round picks. All month long, and really all season long, since that report came out in October, was that the New York Knicks did not have a good package. And then over the last week, all the big J's out there that cover the NBA say the Heat can put together a really good package. Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Kel'el Ware, and Simone Fontecchio. You're telling me that's a better package than the Knicks when they could offer Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Deuce McBride? Like, are we serious here? Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins? Wiggins was shipped out of Golden State. They wanted nothing to do with him. Kel'el Ware fell in the draft for character concerns. Simone Fontecchio was just a free agent. Nobody really wanted him. Are you telling me that Tyler Hero is a major piece in a deal that a team wants back for Giannis? You're drunk. You're crazy. I would also need Jaime Jaquez if he's going to the Heat. And there'd be a lot more going to Milwaukee. And then that leaves the Miami Heat with what? Do they think that Giannis wants to go play with Bam and win an NBA title? Do you think that that is the type of team that he wants to leave the Milwaukee Bucks for to try to win it all? Like, I'm sorry. A big three of Giannis, Bam, and I'm blanking on Norman Powell. Is that going to win you a championship? That big three, Giannis. You're going to leave Milwaukee, a place you created your legacy and stardom, to go be the best player on a team whose second best players are Bam and Norm Powell? Enough with the Miami Heat nonsense. Everyone wants to poo-poo the Knicks trade. You could go and flip OG Anunoby for 5 first-round picks. You want Bridges instead of OG? You can go flip him for 5 first-round picks. I would rather have Deuce McBride than every other player that we just showed you on the Miami Heat's trade. Like, even more so than Tyler Hero. I'm sorry, I don't want a one-way player that can't D up, that's brittle and injury-prone, that makes almost $30 million per year. That's just me. Giannis, you know why you want to be a Knick. For a lot of different reasons. The market, the ability to elevate your stardom, and go down as one of the best players of all time. But most importantly, to win a championship. To compete for championships. And if you're a duo with Jalen Brunson, you could do that. You and Bam Adebayo aren't doing that. You and Norman Powell are not doing that. So, while I don't mean to push back on everyone else's reporting, it is a joke that the Miami Heat are considered to have a great trade package for Giannis when it involves a whopping 2 first-round picks and Simone Fontecchio and Kel'el Ware and Tyler Hero and Andrew Wiggins and Jaime Jaquez. What the hell is that going to do for the Milwaukee Bucks? It's a joke. If you want the Knicks to trade for Giannis, hit that thumbs up icon. Had to just let that out. 1, I don't think it's all that possible. But 2, it could be, and it better not go down. Leon, you better step in, and you better not let another superstar that all Knicks fans want go play in that damn shitty-ass stadium in Miami. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want him to play in the world's most famous arena in the orange and blue. Coming up next, ESPN has put out a trade idea for the New York Knicks to acquire Giannis. We'll dive into that in a second. First, though, I got to tell you about DraftKings. We're only a few weeks in, and the NBA season is already wild. Stars are going off, rookies are making noise, and the action doesn't stop. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is where you can get in on all of it. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. New customers bet just $5 and get $200 if your bet wins paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code NICKSCHAT. That's code NICKSCHAT. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-3669. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort Kansas, pass-through of per wager. Tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. While I did just totally poo-poo on the Miami Heat's trade offer, which I don't think is that elite like all the big wigs out there are saying, I also don't believe that the Knicks can probably offer the best trade offer. I don't think that. I know that. I know they can't, especially not right now. And that is why I continue to say this over and over and over and over and over again. If the Knicks are going to acquire Giannis in a trade, they need Giannis to not request a trade, not say he wants to be a Knick, but force his way here. And the way that happens is the Knicks meet kind of the minimum requirements of Milwaukee. But they are going to do right by him. I believe that through and through. If you don't, nobody else will ever want to be a Milwaukee Buck. This summer, the Knicks can offer a better deal. And I believe if this saga stretches into the offseason, I think the Knicks are more likely to acquire Giannis. If it happens this year, I don't know. But I do think the longer it drags on, the higher the probability is that the New York Knicks will acquire Giannis. Shams wrote this. Antetokounmpo's contract status, he's guaranteed through the 2026 and 2027 season as a player option for 27 and 28. It gives him significant sway in his future destination. Executives believe the NBA's new apron rules, combined with his max salary and supermax extension to come, make a trade difficult and would require him to show a desire to sign long-term with the team that deals for him. That gives him a seat at the table for his future. Almost like it's exactly what I've been telling you guys dating all the way back to summer of 2024. Yes, summer of 2024, when I did the first video about Giannis being a Knick, and if he wants to be a Knick, he will be a Knick. And that's not some crazy hot take by me. I've just been paying attention. Scroll back to the last 25 years of the NBA. Stars hold the power. It is a player empowerment league. The coaches aren't the ones that have the most say-so. The general managers aren't the ones that have the most say-so. This isn't the National Football League. This is the National Basketball Association, where the whole league was on pause while LeBron James was a free agent. The players control the movement. The players have the power. And I will stamp it and say it once and for all. If Giannis wants to be a Knick, he will be a Knick. They just need him to want to be a Knick more than any other team in the NBA. Maybe only a Knick. Here was the trade that ESPN put out. The Knicks definitely win this deal because they get Jericho Sims. Once a Knick, always a Knick. But Giannis and Jericho to the Knicks with Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Tyler Kolek, a 2026 first-round pick via the Washington Wizards, and then pick swaps in 2028, 2030, and 2032. Why do I keep on saying if this trade drags out to the summer, do the Knicks have a better chance of acquiring him? Because in the summer, the Knicks can trade their 2026 first-round pick. And then the Knicks have the ability to trade the 2033 first-round pick. You could only give first-round picks 7 years in advance. So technically, the Knicks could offer, if the Wizards pick does convey, which it's not going to, it'll be a high second-round pick, the Knicks can offer 2 first-round picks this offseason and that Wizards pick. And look, is that going to get it done? No. They're once again going to need pen to paper from Giannis to sign his way to this team. I do think, though, the Knicks would have to give away more than Cat, Mikal Bridges, and Tyler Kolek. As much as I'd like to commit highway robbery and pull that trade off, it's not going to happen. I've kind of just thought about it like this. You got OG, you got Mikal Bridges, and you got Karl Anthony Towns. If you're trading for Giannis, 2 of those players are gone. As much as it hurts to say that, that's what's going to happen. It'll probably be a multi-team deal, and they will go their separate ways. 2 of those 3 are gone. And if I had to bet, I bet it would be Cat and OG, because I think those are the players. Well, I think OG has the most trade value, then Mikal Bridges, then Cat, but Cat has the money factor of it as well. Nearly $54 million attached to his name, or it's 53 with him, 54 with Giannis, so almost identical. And also, any team that's making a trade with the Knicks that is going to be sending them a player of Giannis' caliber, a star, an all-star, an all-NBA player, you can wave goodbye to Deuce McBride as well. Like, imagine you're the Bucks and you don't ask for Deuce McBride, who's still under 25 years old, who's under contract next year as well, under $5 million. And he's playing like one of the best bench guards in the NBA. Young, cheap, and uber productive. He's going to be gone. So it's safe to say 3 of the 4 of OG, Bridges, Towns, and Deuce, with Deuce 1,000% going out, are going to be gone. You might say, Marshall, that's a lot. Well, yeah, it is going to take a lot to acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because what Giannis does on the floor, it's a lot. One of the best players to ever play this game. Wins another championship. He's stamped as a top 10 player ever. Finals champion. Finals MVP. 2-time MVP. Multi-time All-NBA. Multi-time All-Defense. All Defensive Player of the Year. Every award there is, Giannis almost has it in his mantle. You move heaven and earth to get a player like him, especially when you don't even have to mortgage your best player in Jalen Brunson. That's why Leon was brought here, to bring a superstar. And I know Jalen's now a superstar, but his job was to bring a superstar, not develop one. You get Giannis and you pair him with Brunson, I truly believe you can win championships for the New York Knicks. What say you? Should they go all in for the Greek Freak? Type Y for yes, type N for no. And make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallGreen_.